Evolution family, welcome to the Sales Lab with Reggie. I am Reggie Rivas, part owner, I would say, because obviously my partner in crime, Ron Archer, is the other owner. But we have a very special guest, obviously our dear friend, my dear friend, Drew Santiago with Carnival. Drew, thank you for joining us today.
And the crowd goes wild. Hello, Evolution family. Great to see you all.
So great to have you. Thank you so much. And I know we have a lot of viewers here today. So excited to see the mayor of Funville back in action.
In the house and super excited to see hopefully a lot of you all. I know the numbers are high, but we got that convention coming soon.
We do. But before we get started, we got to get an update on the kids. Ocean, how's he doing?
Great question because they literally just left. My wife and Ocean just went to the Legoland Aquarium.
Very
Where
cool.
I live in North San Diego County, so I'm in Oceanside. So Carlsbad, where Legoland is 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
So little baby Ocean, who's 3, really not a baby, he's getting really tall. He loves octonauts. So if
Oh,
anyone has kids or grandkids, and you know the show Octonauts, this guy's totally into it. He wants to be Captain Barnacle and go save all the marine life in the world. So
I
they
love
went
it.
over to Legoland.
And how's our fishing buddy and skateboarder? How's your older son doing?
Milan, my older son, 14, is fishing, skateboarding, and our track and field superstar, if you remember.
I
Remember, I was
do.
talking to your daughter about the 400 meters
Yep.
the last time we were spending time together. And Milan, at the last meet, which was he's a freshman in high school, but his last meet, he had 400 meters, 4 by 400 meters, and long jump for their last meet of this season for the high school.
Yeah.
And he got first in every one of them. So
Awesome.
his 400 meter was PR. So he did a 55-second in the 400 and just smoked the field. So he's doing great. He's at high school, in school now. So he better be there.
Oh my goodness. Well, great job, Milan, and very proud of both your boys. That's pretty exciting. That's a
Thank
great
you.
time for a freshman. So that's awesome.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Very cool. All right. Well, back to you, the Evo agent. We just want to play catch up with Drew. Um, anyway,
You
so
learned a little bit about my family.
a little bit, yeah. So you guys just understand, Drew is a big part of our family and a big part of Evolution's family. So we're all in this together. All right. So today is Mastery Marketing and Storytelling in Sales. So we're well excited to have Drew here today. And I can't speak again. All right. So welcome, Drew, the mayor of Funville. Let's learn why essentially to use marketing materials to connect with clients while using storytelling techniques. Gotta love this new presentations Amanda's created for us. Storytelling has been a sales technique for centuries, late 20th century to today. Social media, video marketing, influence campaign as customers sought authentic, relatable narrative. How do Carnival Cruise Lines begin its journey in the cruise industry?
Ha! That's actually, when we talk storytelling, when we talk about Carnival Cruise Line, I know some of the audience that's watching this live or will be watching the recording, right, Reggie?
That's correct, the
Um,
recording of this.
the whether you're new or have been around for a while, the story of Carnival is a great story to tell because in 1972, Carnival launched with one ship that we called Mardi Gras, and on its first sailing, which was a 7-day cruise to San Juan, the ship ran aground from Miami. One ship ran aground. The president and founder of at the time, Ted Arison, and all the team that were on board with travel advisors, media, and guests, scurrying around, figuring out what to do, clearing out the cash tills to get funds to get tugboats to move us off the ship. And cruise directors figuring out what to do. And it's like, open up the bars.
Yeah.
Great idea, right? Everybody was having a good time. Ship was pulled off the sandbar, continue on our cruise, and everything went fun, believable, as they would say. And when the press was back in Miami as the ship returned, looking for the story to tell about how horrifying this experience was, all the guests, all the travel advisors, all the media came off saying it was a fun ship. And hence the fun ships were born, right? So there's a story about Carnival starting with running aground and now 50, geez, nearly 53 years later, we are the largest, most popular cruise line in the world. And when it comes to telling that story, you'll see it on a lot of social media video campaigns. You'll see it in our brochures and marketing. You're going to see a lot of this moving forward throughout the years, just how we're doing a lot of digital marketing, which is where I think storytelling is going to come in great for your audience here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. It's a great story, too. Why it matters in sales. Number one, humans are wired to connect with story emotionally. What storytelling strategies does Carnival recommend for agents to connect with their clients on a more emotional level?
Ooh. Well, these are so. By the way, you mentioned before the slides and the presentation that Amanda puts together. This program, what is it called? Prezi,
Yes.
is really cool. I'm watching the flybys on this, and I mean those are the types of things that get noticed in when you're telling your story as a travel advisor, and when you are trying to gain new prospect business or gain relationships with people that haven't planned their cruise or vacation experience with you. So what you want to do as a travel advisor, especially when talking about the Carnival brand, is you want to find those buzzwords or find those key talking points that are going to lure people in. And what I would suggest as far as key Carnival experiences or kind of the Carnival elevator pitch to get someone to start talking to you about their vacation or cruise vacation is when someone asks about Carnival, three words come to mind: fun, memorable, and value. So you could put into like a 30-second pitch, even less than that. You could say, Carnival Cruise Line, what's it all about? Someone can say, oh, we had a great time. Or someone can say, oh, I've heard this or that or the other thing about Carnival. You can say, as a travel advisor, I am your vacation concierge. And let me tell you, Carnival is a fun, memorable cruise experience at a great value. And here's why. You can roll into the dining. You can roll into the variety of dining, from the inclusions to the specialty dining, to the different types of accommodations, to the different destinations and new ports of call that we will be traveling to with our launch of our Celebration Key. And I'll talk more about that tomorrow, and I'm sure you're going to ask about that. So that's kind of the direction on key Carnival experiences or key words with Carnival: fun, memorable, value.
Awesome. You kind of talked a little bit about question two I have for you and question three. So we're going to go to question two now. I'm a first-time prospect. What open story instantly gets my attention and lights me up? I'm brand new. I haven't heard about Carnival. How would you sell that to me to help our agents be able to sell?
With Carnival, I love that question, actually.
Yeah.
And sorry if I,
You're good.
booted ahead there. I was probably looking at the second question, the third question, sorry. So Carnival, the brand, what we do well is bring a social atmosphere to a multi-gen audience. What you'll find on Carnival, more than any of the other brands in the Carnival umbrella. So as an example, let's say you're new to the industry or new to selling cruises. Carnival Corporation is a conglomerate of 8 different cruise brands. Carnival Cruise Line being the flagship brand, I should say. And then you have other brands like Princess Cruises, Holland America, the Yachts of Seabourn, which is an ultra luxury brand. Then you have Cunard. You have Costa Cruise Line, which is the Italian brand, and then some UK brands, or not UK, Europe brands like AIDA Cruises, which is German, and P&O UK, which is very British. So you've got all these different brands within the Carnival Corporation umbrella. And with Carnival Cruise Line, what we do better than all of those brands is bring people to choose fun together. And you'll find that with our research and all the booking production across all of these brands is you'll see Carnival Cruise Line has more multiple cabins on one particular sailing than any of the other brands. So guests on Carnival love to travel in multiple cabins or in groups because we're a social atmosphere that's going to have a little something for the younglings and the junior cruisers, as well as a variety of dining options for the older adults. And then for those that maybe are, the retired folk, there's plenty of relaxation and adult only areas of the ship. So the balance to bring multiple cabins on and have variety and value are one of those instant stories to tell to a client.
Perfect. And you've alluded to dining, entertainment, excursions. Can you elaborate some dining and entertainment? Every time I've been on a Carnival cruise ship, it's actually been with Drew. We've just had a blast. Every single time, I've had a wonderful time on the ship. So personally, if you want to have fun, that's the way to go. Drew, you want to talk about dining and entertainment that's on one of the ships or all the ships?
Yeah, look, there's a variety on all of the ships. I mean, the newer ships clearly are going to have a little bit of an edge because the majority of the newer ships are larger.
Sure.
And I'm going to use the Excel class ships as an example because that's what you're going to hear most about. That's where we're getting a lot of what we call our NPS scores, our net promoter scores. And this is how a consumer and a company gauges how well the overall experience is for a guest. And the NPS scores or the guest satisfaction scores on our XL class ships are the highest right now. And here's why. The variety is incredible. In fact, I'm going to be on a XL class ship next week. I'm hosting a seminar at sea. There's actually a few Archer or Evolution travel advisors on that. And I'm going to be doing a lot of video and I'm going to be doing a lot of social media on it. And I'm going to be talking about the variety of dining. But we're on a 6-day cruise. And in 6 days, we will not get to try it all because the casual dining is endless, from Guy's Burger Joint to the Blue Iguana Cantina to Shaq's Big Chicken to pizza to street eats. And that's just to name a few. Then there's the specialty dining venues. We've got partnerships with, as you heard, Guy Fieri. You heard Shaquille O'Neal, who's our chief fun officer. He has his restaurant on the XL class ships, like Carnival Celebration I'm going to be sailing on. But then we have Rudy Soderman, who's also a celebrity chef, and Emeril Lagasse, our chief culinary officer, has a restaurant on this ship as well. So what you're going to find is if you've got a foodie out there that is looking to elevate their dining experience, you're going to find it on a Carnival ship because our chief culinary officer is Emeril Lagasse. He's not some guy we pay for commercials. He's boots on the ground, the chief culinary officer, and he's working with the executive chefs and the sous chefs on the ship. So the consistency from casual dining to specialty dining venues is across the fleet because this guy's worked real hard for that reputation of being one of the best chefs in the world. He's not going to tarnish that for being the Chef Boyardee of the cruise industry. So you're going to find that variety of casual and specialty dining on Carnival, next level on XL class ships.
Awesome. Perfect. Next slide, Amanda. Oh, some key knowledge. Consumers are 22 times more likely to remember a story than facts. Use goccl.com to market your resources. Subscribe to Carnival YouTube channels. These are good key knowledges. Using marketing materials. Drew, what are some of the most effective marketing resources that Carnival offers to travel agents?
Hands down, you had it on the previous slide. Not that you need to go back there, Amanda. I'm sure most of the travel advisors know this, but GoCCL is literally going to be your one-stop shop for anything marketing questions as far as I'm stumped on something a client's asked me. So marketing materials, flyers, logos, images, all that are at your fingertips to use will be found on goccl.com. But to kind of analyze that and dive a little bit deeper, I also heard you mention, I think it was on the previous slide as well, the Carnival YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed to that, or if you just browse through that, you'll see a lot of resources that you can use to share on your social media channels or in your email communications or even on your website to get people excited about the brand. And we were talking about how Carnival started in 1972 and ran aground and has now become the largest and most popular cruise line in the world. That some of those stories that you can share are on our YouTube channel, and it's free for you to take it and share it with your clientele because it's going to create interest. It's going to show your connection with the industry. and cruise line executives and those that are going to help you or help you tell your story about why using a travel advisor is so important and why Carnival recommends using a travel advisor. There's a lot of resources on the YouTube channel and in GoCCL, so take advantage of them. And beyond that, my goodness, and I might be jumping ahead. I forgot to mention this, almost forgot. Um, Amanda and the team have marketing resources. You guys at Archer Travel create customizable marketing resources that will take your business to the next level. And you, Evo Travel Advisors, if you're not using those, shame on you because that's going to help you grow your business.
Thank you for the shout out, Drew. We truly appreciate it. And I know Amanda and China and the whole team here really appreciate you. Give them a quick shout out.
It's true though,
Yeah,
because
no, I
the
appreciate
stuff they put together, I want to say just for Carnival. It's for all the suppliers. You all should just be looking at Carnival though, right? Everything I see out there is just top notch. So kudos to Amanda, China, and the team.
Yep.
Just really kicking butt.
Yep. Don't get a big head though, girls.
I
Anyways,
already have a big head.
all right, number 2 question I have for you, Drew, on using marketing materials. How can agents use your marketing materials to attract and engage clients? I know you already talked a little bit, but how?
A little bit, yeah. So when you're in GoCCL, there is a section specifically titled Marketing Tools. And under the Marketing Tools section, there is a link that says logos. I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. Logos, videos, and images. I might have the order wrong. It could be images, logos, videos, something like that. But that is what we call our brand center. And the brand center is essentially a library that we have marketing approved images that you can use and even customize to add your agency's call to action. And use Canva or use whatever editing program you might want to use, or don't use any editing program if you're not at that level yet. You can use these images to paint that picture, tell your story about why cruising on Carnival is fun, memorable, valuable experience. And you'll have those resources under the Marketing Tools tab in GoCCL. You want to click the logos, images, and videos button. That's one thing that you should do. Also, I invite you to follow along on my Facebook page. I mean, I think I put some pretty good content out there. It's always travel agent friendly so that you can share with your clientele. So if you want to see some of the things that I'm, going to be building and putting out on social media when I'm on the seminar at sea next week, it's all shareable content. And all it's going to do is show your connection with the brand and get people asking you questions. So follow my page if you're not already. It's Carnival Drew on either Instagram or Facebook. And I'll be putting some more stuff out there for you to share.
Awesome. We want to get the agents involved here, all our viewers right now. We need a thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you use Carnival ready-made marketing materials when promoting on social media? Hopefully everyone's doing thumbs up. So Amanda, let's get our viewership to give thumbs up, thumbs down. Are we using Carnival's marketing materials? What do we got, Amanda?
So definitely getting some thumbs up for sure.
Oh, I love hearing that. That's awesome. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you. No, I'm glad. I mean,
And
Carnival's worked
if
really hard.
if they're not, then they should.
Exactly. Some Archer Travel key tips. We got some more key tips for you. Number 1, qualifying clients to understand their motivators to plan a perfectly fit trip. And then number 2, identify their why for traveling. Always identify the why. Family connection, fun, adventure, relaxation, activities, destination, celebration. If you're anything like what I have with my family, I got a big variety. Archers are a big family, and when we want to go on vacation, everyone wants to do certain things. I'll tell you right now, Carnival Cruise has all that for you. Doesn't matter what their personalities are. Doesn't matter if one wants to relax, you can do that on a Carnival ship. One wants to go out and adventure, Carnival has that. If you have children, Carnival has that entertainment. You name it, Carnival's got it for you. So please really look into it. If you're brand new to Evolution, welcome. This is all things about Carnival and sales and how you can make money by getting everyone on a Carnival cruise ship today. Marketing and education. What will your client feel during the experience? And that's so important. So number one, post on social media, captions, reels, videos, photos, and posts to highlight client experience. Drew, you got any comments about that?
Reggie's getting really into this now. He's like, yeah, we got the sportscaster voice coming on. Let's see. Social media, captions, videos. Right now, I just came back. I think there was some yeah, there were some Evolution travel advisors there. I was in Vegas and I did a social media panel, and we talked about video and how video's king. Literally, video is something that is going to help drive more engagement to your social media, and that in turn is going to create a client experience. Like they're going to paint, you're going to be able to paint the picture with the client experience by showing off video. Whether it's Carnival's video that is already pre-produced and it's got call to action, or something that you're customizing, video is going to go a long way with creating engagement and telling your story as a travel advisor. But don't be afraid to create your own content, because that was the other topic we talked about when it comes to the social media world, is making sure that you're putting out organic content, because that sends the algorithm higher on a lot of these social media platforms that are popular like Facebook and Instagram. A key, crucial component to those that are new or those that are experienced and just trying to find their way in social media, get client testimonials, but what we call in the social media world as user generated content. So if you have a client that booked a cruise through you and they're going on that cruise, make sure you're asking them to tag you as their travel advisor during their cruise experience. So they could take a photo of this beautiful beach with two chairs in it, and it's basically just the back of two people looking out at the ocean. And it could say, the best seats in the house, courtesy of my travel advisor at ABC Travel. And people that might not be planning a cruise with you at this time will see that their friends posted this beautiful picture, and they're going to want that experience and potentially contact you because of that user-generated content. So just like asking for referrals when you get a booking from a client, you also want to make sure that that client is tagging you or talking about you, their travel advisor, in their social media posts. Or you can ask them if you can share their content with your social media channels or on your website. That way you're asking them permission and not necessarily putting pressure on them to tag you. So there's two ways to do it.
Yep, I appreciate it. Thank you for more insight there. Tell us a little about the Take the Learn and Earn training program.
Oh, number 3 there. So Learn and Earn training is only going to help those that are new to the industry or want to have that recharge of their batteries with the Carnival Cruise Line educational program. So the industry is fluid. No matter what brand you are, there's always changes happening. So we're always refreshing the Learn and Earn program. So on GoCCL, under the training tab, you're going to have a section with different modules and courses to learn about Carnival Cruise Line, the overall experience, Carnival Cruise Line groups, Carnival Cruise Line activities, and tricks and tips on how to grow your business. There's all sorts of learning and training resources on GoCCL under the Learn and Earn tab. And all that's going to do is help you gain more knowledge to show more credibility as a travel advisor to your clients.
Awesome. Marketing and education section here, Drew. What will your clients feel during the experience? One, post on social media.
Wait, Reggie.
Yo.
You already said that. You're on question for Carnival at the bottom.
The slide changed and my eyes went up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it looked like it changed. My fault.
Sorry, question for Carnival. I do apologize, viewers and Drew. When that slide changed, my eyes went back up to the top. What video on your YouTube channel would you use to showcase Carnival to a client during a cruise-themed travel party?
Ooh, now? There's 2, but I'm gonna lean toward one, because I'll save the second for tomorrow's webinar that I'll be doing, our training, supplier training, that's going to be specifically about our innovation itinerary. But what I think really does a good job because it's a short fly through of what I was talking about earlier. Our XL class ships have that variety, that look, that feel to get people excited about taking a vacation. And there's a video that's, I don't know, it's around a minute, maybe 90 seconds long. That is a Carnival Jubilee fly through video that is incredible. And you'll find that on the Carnival YouTube channel and you can share it.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that. See,
I
look,
got you. Or actually, Amanda's got you.
Yeah, she's got me. Here we go.
That's the one. Yeah. It really does a good story of telling, like, all right, in 60 seconds, that is just a snippet. I don't even know if that's a word. Snippet. That's a snippet of what the fun ship experience will be. And, to talk, I mentioned the 60 seconds because I think that's what that video was. That's another thing to remember when putting out this social media content and telling your story as a travel advisor. These long 20-minute long Facebook Live videos, they're not going to get the engagement. You're going to lose the audience, and the target number to really shoot for is 60 seconds or less, and that's where you're going to get engagement on a lot of the videos, which is why you see a lot of the videos on the YouTube channel are in that 60-second range. So use it to benefit your success.
Absolutely. And just remember, agents, people don't buy trips. They buy experiences and memories. How can travel agents incorporate Carnival unique features, for example, onboard experience, destinations, itineraries, into a compelling narrative to sell a cruise?
The photos on the screen do exactly a great job telling that story. Because, can you imagine being 180 feet above the big blue sea, sailing from St. Thomas to Celebration Key, as an example? You're on a roller coaster in the middle of the ocean. So you're only going to experience something like that on Carnival. And then speaking of Celebration Key, July of 2025. So we're literally just around 70 days away from the newest destination to open in the Caribbean, and nobody's seen this. I've not seen it. You guys haven't seen it. This is going to be a game changer in the industry, and when you can incorporate unique things into selling a cruise experience, like roller coaster, like variety of dining options led by executive chef Emeril Lagasse, like saying, hey, have you ever been to Celebration Key? No, what's that? Well, it's a Carnival exclusive destination that you can only get to on a Carnival ship. There's over 20 ships sailing from 10 different home ports and 1,400 sailings from 3-day cruises to 15-day cruises that'll take you to a brand new destination where you can unlock your very own paradise. Something like that is going to be how you are going to create these unique features to get people coming to you and saying, I want that. I want that.
Absolutely. Well said. Thank you. What do we got here? Global Travel Advisory Day.
Surprise,
Yes.
surprise.
Please tell us about this.
So tomorrow is Global Travel Advisor Day. So thank you to all of y'all who help support this brand and continue to bring your clients and guests onto our ships. Global Travel Advisor Day is just a way for Carnival Cruise Line to thank all of you. And we invite you to join GoCCL. So go on to GoCCL, and there will be a hero banner right on the home page that is it's basically a spin and win game that you'll have the opportunity to win some different prizes, from gift cards to an opportunity to see Celebration Key, our new exclusive destination. So we're gonna have Carnival branded items, but it's just a way for you guys to have fun and for us to say thank you. And tomorrow's Global Travel Advisor Day, so that's what we're doing there.
I love it. That's exciting. So make sure, if you're brand new or if you're a veteran travel advisor, please go to GoCCL and have a chance to win. Start marketing now. What key features should agents be taking advantage of GoCCL? Obviously, the free an opportunity maybe go on to see Celebration Key, but what are some others?
We touched on a lot of them, and I
Yeah.
probably jumped ahead to this slide. I was talking about Learn and Earn. I was talking about the marketing tools. I was talking about the logos, images, and videos. All of those are probably the key points, except for one that I didn't talk about, which I'll say for this slide. The Knowledge Center. It's not so much on the marketing side, but it's more on the knowledge side because we covered a lot of the marketing already. The Knowledge Center is going to be your silver bullet as a travel advisor and your travel advisor resource center. Think of it as the Google for travel advisors. So if you needed to know, as an example, what is the cost of Wi-Fi and the different plans on Carnival ships,
Yep.
if you purchase it before or after, you can type into the Knowledge Center, just like you would on Google, Wi-Fi, and it'll give you that answer. Travel documentation. Jose mentioned this yesterday when he was doing his morning briefing update about how May 7th is when the real ID comes into play for air travel, not for cruise travel, for air travel domestically. And then I interrupted him and said, well, not only is May 7th the day for real ID for air travel, it's Global Travel Advisor Day. So if you wanted to find out what boarding documentation is required on a Carnival cruise, you could type in travel documents and in the Knowledge Center, and it's going to tell you exactly what is required on sailings that are round trip from Miami or round trip from Galveston, as an example, or those sailings that are open jaw, for example, something that might be going from Miami to San Francisco. So the Knowledge Center is going to be a helpful tool, a helpful resource for you all to gain the knowledge, save valuable time, and provide your client with correct information. So that's something that I would suggest.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Drew. Okay, tomorrow, everyone, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Guess what? We get Drew all back to ourselves for 1 full hour.
Do you guys really want that, though?
Oh, absolutely, we want that. Absolutely. So
this guy goes on and on and on. He talks a lot.
It could be a 2-hour show. Who knows? Can you give us a sneak peek of your training that you're going to talk about tomorrow? It's tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes, and I can't wait for you all to be there because you got a little sneak peek of what we're going to talk about. Obviously, I'll mention Global Travel Advisor Day because it's Global Travel Advisor Day tomorrow. Yep. So I want to know who all's winning on Global Travel Advisor Day. So I'm hoping for a lot of comments. What are you winning on the spin for fun wheel? I'm gonna talk about our innovation itinerary. This is something for those that were at Cruise 360 with me last week. I did a part of what I'm gonna do tomorrow at Cruise 360. So I'm gonna talk about the next 2 ships of Carnival that are coming out. I'm gonna talk about the next new class of ship coming out with Carnival Cruise Line and some of the new innovations and features that will be released over the next several years. There's going to be a lot to talk about. Then I'll also touch on, many of you have probably seen this, but there's a way to email out a payment link to your clients as a reminder to, hey, you got a deposit due, click this and pay it, and it automatically brings them to the field to pay their cruise via the link that we have. So it's a payment link option that's available on GoCCL that's going to help you potentially close business quicker without having to chase around your clients so much. I'll probably even talk about something that I feel is underutilized and might not be understood. It's not a lot that Carnival does with this, but it's a partner that Carnival does work with because I've heard some confusion out there within the Evo family about whether you can or can't use this. But Carnival is a partnership with FlexPay, so if somebody wanted to finance their cruise, you can. I'm going to show you where to find that information on GoCCL tomorrow. So Innovation Itinerary, we're going to talk about the payment link that is a new feature in GoCCL, and then let's just brainstorm and talk about the potential of using FlexPay to bring more business toward you as a travel advisor.
I love it. So let's get started, everyone. Travel agents, use Carnival booking portal to get started today, which is goccl.com. Register using the instructions on the Travel Cafe website. Make sure you go to the Travel Cafe website. That's kind of the library for all your resources. Don't forget to join us for supplier training this week, which is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time. You get Drew again. Obviously, Jose does his morning briefing. I'm sure Drew will be on that as well. And share the Carnival marketing tools with your storytelling techniques today and take the Learn and Earn travel program. Amanda, do we have a couple questions? I know we've taken a lot of Drew's time. I would love to do at least one or two questions. I'm sure there's a lot of questions for Drew, but we can ask all those tomorrow. But let's take a couple questions now because I'm sure Drew has to go on to the next part of his job.
It wouldn't be like us to not do a really long sales lab or what we used to call tea with Reggie,
Tea with
right?
Reggie. That was a record. The record with
We're not even close to that record,
No,
but
we're
this is still we're over 30. I was thinking we'll do 30 today, but we're at 37 minutes.
We're
That's
at
totally
37.
cool. And if there's not a question that's answered at some point today, I love to go into the Facebook live post and I'll answer as many as I can. But of course, you're right. I've got a lot going on with the Seminar at Sea coming up, and John Jackson sending me emails over here. Come on, John.
Yeah, there's a line of agents that want to talk to me over here outside the studio waiting. So it's one of those things where they just have to wait because we do have some questions and our agents come first. So Amanda, can you pull out a couple questions for Drew?
Yes. I want to get that adrenaline kick on the Firenze. Do they have any fun things?
Love that question.
Great question.
But then, so this sounds like somebody that might be on the convention. Yes. Firenze has the ropes course, which is, I did Firenze ropes course with some travel advisors the last time I was on a sailing with them. And while you can't really race each other, you can find fun ways to get that adrenaline fix because there's some really cool photo ops, and that ropes course is 150 feet above the ocean. Then there's the water park, so Carnival Waterworks is there as well, and those twisty slides are also pretty fun. But the ropes course is probably the highlight of adrenaline because you're harnessed in, and you have two choices of track. You have a beginner track or an intermediate track. And the intermediate track's got all sorts of wobbly things. And if you happen to fall or lose your footing, you just kind of go, and the harness catches you, and you just need to pull yourself up to get onto the track. So, ropes course for you. See you there.
Awesome. Great question, by the way.
Love that one.
Okay, next question is, do you earn more with the Learn and Earn program?
You will learn more. You will earn more when you learn more because knowledge is power. So essentially, you're gonna gain knowledge to help you sell more. So if you look at it that way, that's how you're gonna earn more by completing the Learn and Earn training modules.
Well said. Say that 10 times. Learn and earn, learn and earn.
I know. I tried almost accidentally, and it didn't work out for me, did it?
Let's go another question, Amanda. We haven't got to the 40-minute mark yet.
Okay. Next question. What is a cabin that you would like to stay on the Mardi Gras? What would you suggest?
Oh.
That's hilarious that you're asking that. I've got a milestone birthday coming up in 2027, and I have on the Mardi Gras, to be specific, a very special cabin that one day I told myself when I grow up, I will book myself into, and I am. It is the XL class suite, category LS, Larry Sam or Liquid Sam, however you want to figure that terminology. It is an over 800 square foot aft facing, so the back of the ship. It's a wraparound balcony. It's literally right. Well, there's 12 of them, but on each corner of the ship, from deck 6 all the way up to deck 15, and you'll find that this is one of 2 suites on that class of a ship that has a jacuzzi on the balcony. It's got a dining room table. It's got a wraparound view. It's got separate bedroom area, so the kids can be in one section, and then I got my bedroom in the other area. The specific room that I have is 9501, and it's above Pig and Anchor Brewhouse Smokehouse, because I've been on enough Carnival cruises where I want to just grab my beer and sit on my jacuzzi and wait for the next port of call. So
Perfect.
the aft-facing LS category suites are hands down probably the top cabin category, in my opinion, on Mardi Gras or Jubilee or Celebration. You'll also have exclusive access to Loft 19, which is up on deck 19 forward above the Serenity adult-only area. And that's kind of a key element to having that XL class suite. You have some extra perks that many people won't get unless you book into that category.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. So I can't wait for that invitation. Anyways, Drew, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure, and your knowledge is power, and your knowledge is very appreciated here. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been great. I love doing these things. Obviously, I ramble on and on and on and on because you guys get all the time in the world from me. When I can give you all the time in the world, I will be there. Just like I'm going to be on that cruise with you all in July.
If you haven't bought your convention ticket, you might want to do that. Anyways, everyone, thank you very much for joining us today. Don't forget, stay tuned, 1 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow with Drew. That's Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. You get a full hour of Drew's knowledge and learn more about Carnival. Drew, thank you again for your time. Everyone at Evolution, have a wonderful and safe week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your business, everybody.
Great job, Drew.